Now we are going next passage. Okay. President Wilson laid down his 14 points which were to be followed by the allies. The most important one key highlighted was the need for a general association of nations for the purpose of affording mutual guarantees of political independence and territorial integrity. Okay. To great and small states alike, one of his interesting points was an opportunity to Russia for the independent determination of her own political development and national policy and assistance also of every kind that she may need or desire. So, President Woodrow Wilson must have applied 14 points. So, these points must followed by the allies countries. Okay, so the important must highlighted points and also a general associations of nations must purposing mutual understanding of the nations, political independence and territorial integrity, territorial honesty to great and small states like it. So great and small states like that, all the one is equal. One of his interesting points of an opportunity to Russia for the independent determination her own political development and national policy assistance and also you are every hand see made and or you are desiring also you are need or desire all the one. Next one, criticism of the peace settlement. The defeated powers were absent from negotiations. The peace settlement a dictated one was based on the principle to the victor belongs the spoils and the allies are the victors. Okay, so defeated powers means defeated countries were absent in the settlement. Okay, defeated means தோற்கடிக்கப்பட்ட countries இதில் and this absent this time. The defeated powers were absent from negotiations. The peace settlement had dictated one and based on the principles. What is the base of the principle? The victor belong the spoils and allies are the victories. So allies countries only win at that time. So these countries only and followed this 14 points. Okay. Next, self-determination was the principle which one of the 14 points of Woodrow Wilson for restoring peace. So Woodrow Wilson and followed the principles for restoring peace. So applied to all the peoples except the German. The reparation of 6,600 million pounds was beyond Germany's capacity to pay. Okay, so reparation of 6,600 million pounds was beyond. So that is penalty. Okay, Germany first started the submarine war. So many more places and also affected that time. Okay. And Germany was weakened politically. Germany was weakened politically, economically and socially. But instead of having the large Russian and Austro-Hungarian empires on her eastern frontier, she was now bordered by small, weak and new states. So this time, Germany was weakened that time. Politically, economically, socially also. But instead of having large Russians, Austro-Hungarians, empires and also. So, her eastern frontiers was now bordered, small, weak and new states only making the time. Wilson betrayed the Germans and Austrians to whom he had made promises. Okay, not following Woodrow Wilson. Okay, in 1920, United States took a policy of isolation, separately here. So, not accepted other countries. When the Senate refused to ratify the Treaty of Versailles, only a great weakened France and with the qualified support of Britain was left to face Germany potential strength. What strength have? Okay, but separately. But United States only took a policy of isolation. Okay. Next one. Italy was much disappointed at the peace settlement. Despite suffering heavily. So Italy is suffering heavily. So was given merely small places only given that time, such as Trieste, Istria and South Tyrol. Okay. The population of Europe was so mixed that it was possible to draw clear national frontiers. Okay. with ethnic homogeneity. Finally, the settlement created many national minorities within states. Countries have promises to respect the right of minorities, but often related turned bitter. So, the population in Europe was so mixed that all the peoples, minority and majority peoples, and also mixed that place. Okay. So, draw clearly national frontiers that places with the ethnic homogeneity. Ethnic homogeneity means races. So, different kinds of people having their place. Finally, the settlement created many national minorities within states. So, countries have promises respect the rights of minorities peoples. But often this is not accepted. Relationship turned bitter. So, relationship is very difficult at that time. Separate treaties were drawn up and signed by the allies with Austria, Hungary, Bulgaria and Turkey. Okay, separate treaties and signed by the allies countries Austria, Hungary, Bulgaria and Turkey. The treaty with Turkey, next one, Treaty of Sevres. So, accepted by the Sultan. So, this treaty accepted by the sultans but not accepted Mustafa Kemal Pasha and followers. Why? What is the reason? So, this treaty not accepted. Okay. So, this treaty failed that time. Okay. So, dear students, today homework questions I will submit it. Okay. Thank you.